This is Arts of War, back with another video. In today's topic, we're going to be talking about life is an illusion. And I'm just going to start this video off with that title because I feel like majority of the experiences on this planet, in this realm, is an illusion. I mean, most of the things that you experience is a fucking illusion. They're not real. And what I mean by like they're not real is like they're not based off of like what you think is real. Like you think that you have free will. You think that you're making choices. You think that you're the determining factor. But I'm not even gonna say I feel, I believe that majority of the things that's going on in this realm are already predetermined. Already predetermined. I mean, there's the people that you come across in this reality, you had no idea you were going to come across. The type of energies that these people have, like, a lot of it is symbolic. A lot of times the energy will jump from person to person to person. And I've experienced this where I've went to different cities, different states, different countries, and I've come across the same type of energies, the same thought forms. And they were just in different people. And I realized that I said, man, I was just chopping it up with this person. We just had a good interaction. And then they showed me something that reminded me of the energy that I experienced with a previous individual in a previous experience. And so the way our subconscious mind works is we pick up on subtleties. That's just the way the mind works. Like you can't not notice it. You're gonna see those energies. People can't, if they have a certain energy, it's gonna be displayed. Whether consciously or subconsciously, you're gonna pick up on it. Prime example, I was in a store a few weeks ago, and I normally go to the store just to get like some little knickknacks or whatever, some snacks to eat on, because lately my appetite has been craving a lot, probably because of all the cardio I've been doing, whatever. I go into this liquor store, and when I walk into the liquor store, I'm seeing this long line. So right off the back, I'm kind of like, oh shit, what did I walk into, right? Because every time I go into this liquor store, there's not really a line. But today there's a line. So it's like, all right, whatever. I'm going to get me something to drink because I'm thirsty before I go into this arcade place. And when I walk in, I remember when I first walked in, I seen this guy with his hoodie on and he was high. So instantly, he sticks out to me because of my experience growing up in Detroit, my experience with, people from Chicago, my experience in the military, right? I just naturally peep shit. I peep potential threats, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't pay him no mind, but I noticed him out of all the other people because of his demeanor. He was high and he had his hoodie on. So I'm instantly, my red flags, but I didn't say anything to him. I didn't look at his way. I just kept it moving. I'm getting in my drink, and me, I like to see what's going on. So I'm looking over my, I'm keeping up with my surroundings. That's what I do. I just naturally do that. You know what I'm saying? I always keep my head on a swivel. Not because I'm chasing booty or none of that, but because of my survival. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to be in some fucked up predicament. And so I'm looking around to make sure no bullshit is happening or finna go down. That's just something that I always do. Anyway, I guess I must have made contact with this guy who I peeped earlier, who had his hoodie on and was high. So maybe when I looked in that direction, he probably either felt my energy or he was already looking at me. Either or, I don't know, because I wasn't really paying him any mind. I was kind of looking past him. I just looked in his direction because I wanted to see what was going on over there, because that's just what I do. So I guess me and him maybe have made eye contact once or twice, and he's over there high. So he says some really smart remark like, you know, I don't plan on stealing anything over there, man. Why you keep staring at me or something? He said something to me in that effect. And so, you know, me, I'm normally a quiet person. I don't bother anybody. I don't say shit to anybody because I just want to be left the fuck alone. Anytime somebody's trying to draw attention or get energy out of me, I'm instantly pissed because I know that somebody is either trying to send their insecurities or negative energy towards my way, or I know this person is trying to like be funny or be condescending or get energy out of me. Mainly that's what it is, because I attract those type of people all the time. They're just trying to get my energy, and I've been through this shit for years. You know what I'm saying? With different people, family, friends, it don't matter. That's why I really stick to myself, because I always feel like somebody's trying to draw out a certain type of energy from me. And so I instantly get kind of hot because, you know, with my background, with my childhood, the trauma that I have with my family and my parents, um, with the military, all of my negative experiences, sometimes that anger and that rage comes out of me. And I've been noticing it a lot the last few months. Like, I get pissed off and I get really hot when shit is going left or people are wasting my time. I do not like those scenarios. When anytime somebody's wasting my time or when shit is going left, I get hot. I don't know why. I think it's because of all the negative experiences, like I said. So I responded, but I responded in a very aggressive demeanor. And it was because I kind of already saw where this was going. And so I wanted to let them know, like, dude, nobody's fucking looking at you. Because you pointed it out, now I'm going to give you the fucking attention you're looking for. So you're looking for some type of stimulant. You're not going to get what you think you're going to get from me. You're going to get all of this negative pent up aggression. That's what you're going to get. Because that's all I fucking got. You know what I'm saying? So I addressed him. I said, dude, you wouldn't even know I was looking at you if you wasn't looking at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck would you know that unless you looking at me? And, you know, then he gets to talking and you don't know me, this and that. You don't know how I get down. And I'm instantly knowing he ain't about shit. Because motherfuckers who really about something is not going to be yapping at the mouth. They going to get to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Detroit. Motherfuckers just get to it. They don't fucking yap. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, whatever. I'm ignoring him at this point. But he's still popping off at the mouth and shit. And I'm just like, dude, you need to check what the fuck you smoking. Because I obviously can tell, like, he was high. I knew he was high. I sensed he was high. And yeah, I go up to the damn counter. And he's sitting up there, you know, still yapping off to the counter. Then he look at me and say, why you do that? Woo, da 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 da. I'm just looking at him like, this motherfucker act like I chastised him or something, or like I violated him or something. I'm just looking at him like, I know this motherfucker's still not trying to, like, he's still trying to throw his insecurities onto me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's high. This is what I was trying to get him to understand. Like, yo, you and this bitch, you're high. You're obviously paranoid. You know what I'm saying? That's what I explained to him. Like, check what the fuck you've been smoking. If you can't handle what the fuck you smoking, and but by the way, he's in here buying 2 more swishers, even though he can't even handle the shit he's already high off of. You know what I'm saying? But he's still rolling up trying to get higher. And I'm just like, this motherfucker's wild. He's bugging. But he's still trying to make it seem like he's the victim, and it's my fault that he chose the decisions to get high. And now that's, you know, because the whole reason why he's paranoid is because he's high, but he's trying to blame it on me. Like, I'm sitting up here, like I'm the security guard in this motherfucking establishment, and I'm just overly staring him down like he's some criminal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some shit that somebody that was on some bullshit would say anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you be even worried about me looking at you if you ain't finna do nothing wrong? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no motherfucking security uniform on. I ain't got no fucking badge on. Ain't nobody giving a fuck about what you doing up in this bitch. I'm just trying to fucking peep my surroundings. But I ain't got to explain that to your ass. That's none of your business while I'm looking around. I'm looking around because I want to make sure shit copacetic around this motherfucker. I don't want no fucking gunshots or a fucking robbery to take place in this motherfucker. And I'm in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's just like shit like that. And, you know, him trying to play the victim and make it seem like I was in the wrong. No, motherfucker, you're in the wrong. You're in this bitch high. You and this bitch accusing motherfuckers of shit. Like, bro, you do not know what you talking about. I don't know you, motherfucker. You don't know me. Why are you talking to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't know you. Don't come at me with that bullshit while you high. Especially not with your hoodie on. Cause my motherfucking I'm already checking motherfucker's temperature. I'm already checking your temperature. To me, you a potential threat. Cause you in this bitch with your hoodie on and you high. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to take it there, we can take it there. That's how I'm feeling at this point. I'm just like, fuck it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cause motherfuckers is not finna come at me. My whole life, motherfuckers been trying to hold me, play me, finesse me. I've been through that shit already, bro. So that whole you trying to punk me little shit, that shit ain't working over here, bro. Try that shit with somebody else. And the whole time he trying to play this victim role, I'm looking behind me because I'm trying to figure out, is this motherfucker talking to me or is he talking to somebody behind me? Because I'm just like, bro, I did nothing to you. I'm just in this bitch minding my own business. You're the one paranoid starting shit for no reason. And the crazy part about this scenario is when I asked him who he was talking to, he said he's talking to the chick behind me. And I was just like, whatever, man. I'm like, bro is off the gas. He's obviously in this bitch tripping. You know what I'm saying? But when he asked me why would I do that, it was almost like as if I felt like it wasn't him. I felt like this was an entity or this was like something more spiritual because it's the how he said it. It's the way he said it. I felt like this was somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if the drugs took over. I don't know if an entity had jumped into his body. But I felt like this was not about this situation. It was almost as if this situation was about something else. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I paused and I was like, who are you talking to? Because I'm trying to figure out, like, what is this shit really about? You know what I'm saying? On a spiritual level, this could have been about something completely different. It might not have had nothing to do about this encounter in this liquor store, but people don't look at scenarios like that. They're only looking at it from one perspective. You know what I'm saying? When some weird or out of the ordinary shit takes place, they're only looking at it from the human perspective, the human level. But a lot of times when these weird interactions happen, or when somebody is being possessed by a demon or some other entity, because that's why they call alcohol spirits, that's why they call marijuana the devil's lettuce. You know what I'm saying? Because these substances allow different entities and vibrations to come and jump in through these people's bodies. All a body is a meat suit. You know what I'm saying? In the spirit world, right? Like if you're astral projecting, you're leaving your body. Your soul is leaving your body. And so when your soul is leaving your body, other entities can jump into that body. They can try to hijack the body. It's the same with substances. It's the same. And so that's why I was thinking, like, maybe this wasn't him. Maybe this was some other entity or demon or spirit that was trying to communicate a message to me. But it must have been about something completely different because the correlation from those events just didn't make sense. And so that's why I was kind of like in shock and in awe about the whole scenario. Because in my mind, I'm thinking like, all it takes is for one argument or disagreement, because I already know how these arguments and disagreements go. You know, they normally start into a fight, or sometimes these arguments, they end up in motherfucker just being dead. You know what I'm saying? Just over an argument. You know what I'm saying? But the way my life has been and the way my shit has been, like, the way the sequences of events in my life, I've never really cared about life and death. Like, I might have had fear because that's the human instinct of dying or being persecuted or whatnot. But I feel like in my being, because of all the trauma and bullshit that I went through, I've never really cared if I lived or died. So this scenario could have played out anyway, and I wouldn't have gave no fucks, because the way my life has been on this planetary system, in this realm, has not always been a positive experience. So like most of these people who are on this planet, they're still living in that they want to live and they want to be here because they haven't had as many negative experiences, right? So if you're a person who has been through so many traumatic and bad experiences, you're not gonna give a fuck about whether you live or die. You're not. If you've truly been through some shit on this fucking realm, you're not gonna care whether you live or die. You're gonna be like, yo, I can't wait for this shit to be over. I can't. And it's not to say like I'm suicidal or I'm depressed or none of that shit. It's just I don't give a fuck. I have no attachments to this fucking world. I have no attachments to the material realm, and I've never had it. And I've always been like this as a kid. Like I've never had any attachments to none of this shit. Not to family, not to friends, not to fucking material bullshit. And the older I get, I've really lost the attachment to fucking outcomes. I mean, yes, I still give a fuck if I've invested all this time and energy and I didn't receive a result. That shit kind of pisses me off still, but I'm slowly starting to realize like even that shit doesn't matter because the majority of this shit is out of your control anyway. Like you don't have free will like you think you do. So I'm not gonna be crying over fucking spilled milk because I know based off the majority of my experiences, it's not gonna always be in the best of the favor of me anyway. A lot of the times, your experiences are just to teach you lessons. That's it, just to get you to understand certain shit. That's the whole reason why we have these experiences on Earth. It's so you can learn certain lessons and have certain experiences. And a lot of times, those experiences are being shown to you in your life so they can kind of prepare you for the lessons and experiences that you're going to be experiencing later in life. That way when you get to them you can kind of know how to navigate them based off of your previous experiences. But yeah, I'm on to war. I think I've rambled on enough about this damn, what was the topic again? Did I ramble? Did I even stay on topic? God, jeez. I'm gonna have to go back and literally fucking check out the topic, yo. Because I can't even remember the topic. I just got to ramble.